My name is Naveen Kumar. I have secured Indian Forest Service 62nd rank in 2021 examination. I have 20. I have joined the training Indian Forest Service in 20 for 2022 batch. First, let me be brief about myself and what I have done, what strategies I have adopted in a brief time. Then I'll take questions and I will answer those questions also. Okay. Uh, as I have said, I'm Naveen Kumar. So basically, I belong to Karnataka state. I started my preparation in 2016. I joined Shriram in 2016, finished 1 year of coaching in 2017. So from 2017, I have been writing this exam. So I have given 5 attempts. So in my fifth attempt, I have cleared this exam. ओके थोड़ा सा हिंदी भी यूज़ करूँगा मैं. आई यस द बैकग्राउंड वॉइस इज़ ड्यू टू रेन्स. तो बारिश हो रहा है देहरादून में. सो sorry, I can't do anything with respect to rains. Okay, so as I said, I have given 5 attempts. So in 2 attempts I have not cleared the prelims. So तीसरा अटैम्प्ट से मेरा प्रीलिम्स क्लियर हुआ है. सो एज मच एज 3 बार मेरा फॉरेस्ट सर्विस का प्रीलिम्स भी क्लियर हुआ है. तो आई हैव सम एक्सपर्टीज ऑन प्रीलिम्स एक्चुअली. सो जो प्रीलिम्स का स्ट्रेटजी है मैं थोड़ा डिटेल में बताऊंगा, क्योंकि आई हैव फाइंड aspirants struggle to clear prelims these days. तो prelims का थोड़ा डिटेल से बताऊंगा. Second aspect is that what is there this exam is becoming little bit difficult every year. This aspect is there जो when we were there also ये सब हुआ था actually. Every year the aspirants feel that the competition is increasing. So even if I speak to seniors also, those who are 10 years seniors than me, they also say the same thing. So in their time also उनका टाइम में भी यही चलता था कि competition बढ़ रहा है ऐसे. So it's always there. So aspirants need not to worry about these things. And you have to hold your ground. तो आप स्मार्ट तरीके से प्रिपेयर करते रहिए, अपना बेस्ट वर्क, हार्ड वर्क देते रहिए. देन यू विल ईजिली क्लियर दिस एग्ज़ाम वन डे और द अदर. तो थोड़ा टाइम इट मे टेक सम टाइम. So I have given my 5 to 6 years of preparation in this. So time, it takes its own time, but you have to hold your ground. You have to keep yourself motivated, work with commitment for the exam. Basically whenever you are given. So firstly I will in detail I will cover the prelims aspect actually. So since I have cleared forest service at least 3 times cut off, मैं prelims थोड़ा सा डिटेल में बताऊंगा. Then I'll answer all the questions which you guys are asking. Prelims, when it comes to prelims में there are 2 aspects. One, if you have cleared prelims once, now till now. uh, or if you have cleared prelims, then it's okay. If you have not cleared prelims, then you need a detailed strategy, at least of 4 to 4.5 months to clear prelims. If you do thoroughly read the aspects which are there in prelims, then for at least what I said, 4 to 4.5 months, 5 months, let's say, then it's like an investment. You do the strategy once, then it will stay with you forever. For the next attempts, you don't have to do as much as it is required. You can do it in 2.5 months. But once you have to do it thoroughly, you have to read and attain some critical knowledge which is required to clear prelims. uh, you have to do it once. So next time it just gives the returns. You don't have to invest that much time. So मैं अब थोड़ा सोर्सेस के बारे में बताऊंगा. तो देयर इज ऑलवेज दिस एनसीईआरटीज. पीपल से एनसीईआरटीज इज एवरीथिंग, बट एनसीईआरटीज है, बट इट ओनली कवर्स 20% ऑफ योर सिलेबस, 20% ऑफ योर प्रिपरेशन. एनसीईआरटीज के आगे भी आपको जाना पड़ेगा. मतलब यू हैव टू रीड मोर देन एनसीईआरटीज टू क्लियर. श्योर शॉट आपको क्लियर होना है प्रीलिम्स के बारे में. यू कांट बी इन बॉर्डर. तो बॉर्डर में आप रहेंगे तो इट्स सेम थिंग. यू again you will wait, you have to wait for prelims results to come, and it's a waste of time only. So you have to clearly sure shot clear करना है, तो you have to read some books or some sources which I would prescribe to you, because these things have helped me. These things I have experimented with these things. So make note of these sources. Pehli, first thing is I used to start with history. So history gives it's very interesting, and it keeps you motivated. It's like a story, so you can read it any time in your preparation. So I used to start my prelims strategy with prelims preparation with history. So history आपको ancient and medieval, you have to do it. अगर आपको good cut off, good you want to clearly clear the prelims. So people, I have seen aspirants skip ancient and medieval history. I would not advise those. Please make sure you read ancient and medieval history. तो इसका अच्छा सोर्स है कि श्री राम IAS notes. तो I don't know whether they give notes or today they will give the Shri Ram IAS book also. So but the notes is available in the market, and it has very good and very lucid content. तो आपको एंशिएंट एंड मिडिवल के लिए ये रेफर करना होगा. इफ़ यू डोंट प्रिफर टू स्टडी श्री राम नोट्स, then other alternative is Tamil Nadu NCERT. So both almost similarly cover the syllabus. Both are almost similar, but you have to read either one of those. तो आपको you will get very lucid and comprehensive understanding of history, ancient and medieval history, by reading any one of these syllabus. When it comes to modern, you have Spectrum. Spectrum has very good content, and you can refer Spectrum. But even in Spectrum also, the best thing is that you have to make short notes out of Spectrum. For instance, you have a lot of let's say a lot of rebellions which are taking place in ancient and not ancient, modern India. So be thorough with the short notes you make, like which rebellion has taken place in which year, who has led the rebellion. So these short notes, which only covers only one page, so it doesn't make much. It will be a one page short note, but it will be at your fingertip, and it will help you all the way throughout your preparation. So yes, modern history only for yes, Spectrum is, I think it covers everything, so don't you can't go and read every other book which is there for modern history. That is the suppose people say this year UPSC asks question from some other source, so next year aspirants go on searching for that source and try to read that source, but you cannot do that. UPSC will change the source, so don't run behind these sources. You stick to your source, one source, and read it comprehensively, and again थोड़ा सा उसको रिवीजन करते रहिए, क्योंकि आप सोर्स के पीछे भाग नहीं सकते. एक और क्वेश्चन आई कैन सी हियर फॉर आर्ट एंड कल्चर. You can refer Nitin Singhania for art and culture, but my advice is that don't study art and culture separate from history, ancient and medieval history. So when you study ancient and medieval history, think about art and culture from that perspective also. When you study that history, ancient and medieval history itself, you include art and culture in that. So Nitin Singhani you can refer, but in the Sri Ram IAS material which I said, which I have prescribed now, so most of the art and culture will cover. So if you want to supplement only, you refer to Nitin Singhania's book. But basic art and culture will you will cover from NCERT's and Sri Ram IAS notes. Okay. Next, I would go on to polity. Polity today it is becoming more and more philosophical. So you refer the NCERTs as well along with Lakshmikant. Lakshmikant is the basic book which you have to refer. So with Lakshmikant, I would suggest now polity is diversifying into different domains. So for instance, when we were writing, I think in 2021, I think he has asked some question about uh, bail. So that means he is venturing into the aspects of law inside the larger domain of polity. So I suggest you to focus more little bit on law also. What are the basics of law? What is difference between IPC and CRPC? What's there in Evidence Act? So recently the IPC, these things are the government is amending these things. So basic differences between all these legal aspects you should know. So what is difference between cognizable and non-cognizable offense? What is bail? So please, whenever it comes to it comes in the newspaper, आप थोड़ा उसमें रिसर्च करिए, आप थोड़ा यू गो वन स्टेप अहेड एंड लुक फॉर दिस थिंग्स. ये क्या है, इसमें डिफरेंसेस क्या आता है, तो यू मेक नोट्स ऑफ इट. सो आपको ये हेल्प करेगा विथ Lakshmikant and NCERTs. Law is the thing which you need to look for little bit in the polity preparation. So अभी इसमें करंट अफेयर्स के बारे में अभी बताऊंगा. करंट अफेयर्स polity current affairs I have referred it to vision only. So vision current affairs will suffice for polity. So I think economy. So in economy, there are multiple sources which people suggest, like this Ramesh Singh and all. But the best notes I have find is Shriram Mayer's economy book. So that book you have to read line to line, word to word is important. You have to read it comprehensively, again revise it multiple times. So if you do that, if you do it multiple times only, you will get a comprehensive understanding of economy. So it is not that big a book also. It is to a certain extent it has good content, and it covers some of the aspects of current affairs also. So please read and go through this book multiple times. After that, you have to refer to economic survey classes by Vision IAS. So every year after the economic survey is released, Vision IAS conducts an open session for economic survey. So in that they will deal very comprehensively through the entire economic survey. The advantage it will happen just before prelims. I think 1 or 2 weeks before prelims this will get released. So advantage is that you will once again revise all the content of economy in this economic survey classes. Yes, Mrunal notes also you can refer, but I find it very basic and very basic to some extent. The classes were very basic and notes. It's little bit what you say. It's little bit more diverse. It some of the banking questions, some of the other aspects also covered in Mural notes. If you are trying for that exam, also then you refer Mural notes. More than that, I suggest if you are referring that note also, I suggest you go through Shriram IS book because it helps in mains also with economic survey online sessions from Vision IS. Vision IS has, I think, good content. Mm, yeah, the current affairs. Uh, how can I learn basic economics terms? As I suggest, you go through this Sriram IS notes only. It has, if you read it multiple times, you will get uh, your concepts clear. Mainly, economics is about concepts. So if you get your concepts and basics clear, so then no problem. You can solve any problem or any question in UPSC about economics, because economics is more about logic. If you have certain understanding about the concepts of economics, then you have to apply that, and you have to logically apply that and derive the solution in prelims. So uh, Sriram Maya's economy book is much better in that regard. So current affairs you have to read. You have to read Vision IS itself. I think Vision IS in this regard has good content with respect to economy prelims. So another main important thing about prelims is about science and technology. So I have seen many aspirants couldn't find science and technology notes or don't know what to read about science and technology. For this, I suggest Shankar IAS initiative. There is something called as IAS Parliament. So it is an initiative by Shankar IAS. They release, similar to Vision, they release their own PT 365. So they call something as Target 2022, Target 2023, something like that. So in that there is a science and tech section also. So it's little bit thicker notes which they release, but it's very comprehensive. They cover from space technology to cyber crimes to nuclear technology. So all the technological aspects which UPSC might ask, they cover in this book, in this handbook. So the another advantage of this notes is that it is not 1 year's compilation. They compile at least 2 to 3 years of notes, 2 to 3 years of content. उसमें सारा कवर हो जाता है. तो वो आपको, इफ़ यू आर नॉट स्टडीड लास्ट ईयर साइंस एंड टेक, देन ऑल्सो इट इज़ वेरी हेल्पफुल फॉर यू दिस ईयर. तो आपको, इफ़ यू रीड दैट नोट्स, it's little bit thicker. You don't have to worry about that, but if you read it properly once or twice thrice, देन आपका 2-3 साल का जो करंट अफेयर्स है साइंस एंड टेक में वो पूरा कवर हो जाएगा. देन यू कैन कॉन्फिडेंटली आंसर साइंस एंड टेक क्वेश्चंस. Even environment, I suggest Shankar IAS environment book with IAS Parliament environment compilation. So I find it, when it compared to Vision, I find it little bit, both for science and tech environment, I find it Shankar IAS Parliament initiative much more beneficial, because it is comprehensively covers the aspects. So selective reading, yes, So the problem is that Shankar IAS environment book is a little bit thicker. It's of this size, and aspirants don't have to read everything. So if you selectively read the book, then it's sufficient. I think environment uh, is over. I think another 2-3 aspect is that one, you have to make short notes as much as possible. If you, for instance, in environment you have some many species you will come across, and what are the IUCN status, like critically endangered. For all those things, you just make a sheet. One column you write the species name, another column you write what is its critically and what is the status, whether it's critically endangered or it's endangered or it is vulnerable, etc. In one more column you can make where it can be found, which region it is found. So for every these things, every uh, I mean for every aspect you can make like these short notes. So this will come in handy when you are revising and when you are going for the exam. So one day before you can easily revise these things and just go and attend the exam with much confidence. Short note making is one, as I said, important aspect. Revision, you have to at least revise once you read and once you revise, especially current affairs. If you don't, because the GS you will be reading for quite some of the time. If you are in a third attempt, then you will be reading for 2 years, let's say. But if you are reading current affairs for the first time, it will not be remembering it. So after revising once, after reading once, you just revise again. एक बार और रिवाइज करेंगे तो you will definitely your content will be good. ठीक है. पास्ट पेपर्स तो प्रॉब्लम क्या है, हम बस यू एवरीवन बिफोर गोइंग टू प्रीलिम्स सॉल्व सम पेपर, थोड़ा पेपर तो एवरीवन सॉल्व, but you cannot go in the same mindset for the exam. तो एग्ज़ाम के लिए यू हैव टू चेंज योर माइंडसेट फ्रॉम कोचिंग इंस्टीट्यूट टू यूपीएससी. तो इसके लिए एक the most important step is that in the last 1 week of the exam you have to leave all the coaching institute papers, everything, and only read the UPSC last PYQs. At least 5 years PYQs you have to solve before going to the exam. What do I mean by solve? Solve मतलब क्या है? You have to understand the tone of the examiner. Examiner क्या पूछना चाहता है? At least in a sentence. Let's say is given a sentence. उस sentence में what is the tone? What he is indicating? वो आपको you have to, if you solve 5 papers, 5 past year PYQ papers, then you will understand what is that examiner is asking about. How examiner frames the sentences, how right sentences how he frames, wrong sentences how he frames. So all those things has certain you will get certain idea when you solve at least 5 years PYQs. So आप पहले ये solve करिए 5 years PYQs when before going to the exam. Another aspect is that if you go in the same mindset of the coaching institutes, in the UPSC exam you will be hit by the reality. So to shift from the mindset of coaching institute to UPSC, please solve PYQs in the last week of the exam before you appear in the UPSC prelims. So that will be very helpful. If you are especially if you're border students, then you will definitely clear it if you do this. Solving papers, yes, you have to solve for prelims at least 2 to 3 papers for one topic, one subject. At least 20 to 25 papers if you solve for prelims, that is enough according to me. provided you solve comprehensively. You include science and technology, don't neglect environment, don't neglect the ancient and medieval history. So include everything. Then you can easily clear this exam. So one last topic is geography. I left. I think I have to cover geography also. तो जियोग्राफी के लिए बेसिक एनसीईआरटीज तो यू हैव टू डू इट. उसके बाद यू हैव देयर इज वन जीसी लियोंग बुक. आई थिंक एवरी एस्पिरेंट नो अबाउट इट फॉर फिजिकल जियोग्राफी. सो जीसी लियोंग के बाद में you have to do one more book. I find it one more book which is very important and less aspirants know about it, especially for geography of India. There is one book called as Periyar Geography. So if you want to really get comprehensive understanding of geography of India, which river flows in which city, topic of cancer uh, goes in which states, and all these minute aspects, please study Periyar Geography. Periyar Geography for Indian geography. So it has very good content and it will be very helpful for the aspirants. So I think I have covered prelims. So I think let me answer some questions which are asked about prelims. एक साल में प्रिपेयर करने की ब्रीफ में स्ट्रेटजी बताओ. ठीक है, एक साल में आप 4-5 महीने प्रीलिम्स का निकालिए लास्ट का. तो इफ़ यू लीव दैट देन यू हैव टाइम टिल मेंस. तो पहले आप मेंस का तैयारी शुरू कर दीजिए, आंसर राइटिंग शुरू करिए. स्टार्ट विथ राइटिंग एसे, रीडिंग न्यूज़पेपर. यू स्टार्ट रीडिंग न्यूज़पेपर. देन आपका थोड़ा सा एसे में आपका हाउ टू राइट ऐसे, ऐसे थोड़ा आपका नॉलेज बढ़ेगा. तो आप ऐसे लिखना शुरू करिए. देन यू शिफ्ट टू आंसर राइटिंग. तो एक साल का वो उसमें हो जाएगा. देन इफ़ यू स्टार्ट राइटिंग आंसर, तो इन योर प्रिपरेशन यू हैव टू स्टार्ट राइटिंग आंसर्स इन मच अर्लियर, आई वुड सजेस्ट. हिंदी प्लीज. ओके. यस, प्रीलिम स्ट्रेटजी न्यू ट्रेंड. हाँ, ट्रेंड थोड़ा सा बदल रहा है. आई एग्री दैट प्रीलिम्स ट्रेंड इज लिटिल बिट changed now, but even then it is that you have to basically understand what is the right sentence and what is the wrong sentence. उस सेंटेंस में आपको आइडेंटिफाई करना है ये सेंटेंस गलत है क्या, ये सेंटेंस रॉन्ग है क्या, ये सेंटेंस क्या है. तो उसके लिए मैं सेम स्ट्रेटजी अप्लाई कीजिए. आप यू स्टडी वॉट एवर द सोर्सेस आई टोल्ड यू. After that you study more. I think you have to study more PYQs now. At least 7 years का you have to study, because you have to find a pattern कि right sentences क्या होता है and wrong sentences क्या है, कैसे एग्जामिनर राइट सेंटेंस फ्रेम करता है and wrong sentences कैसे फ्रेम करता है. So if you study PYQs then you will get to know this. तो थोड़ा सा आप ज़्यादातर you have to focus on PYQs only, because the lot of the coaching institute don't focus on the new trend. They focus on the old trend itself. So hence थोड़ा सा PYQ मतलब देखते रहिए. when you got the free time you keep focusing on PYQs. क्या पूछा है लास्ट 2-3 years में, लास्ट एटलीस्ट 5 years में. तो कैसा है सेंटेंसेस फॉर्मेशन, कैसा है एग्जामिनर का टोन, कैसा है राइट सेंटेंसेस में क्या टोन है एग्जामिनर का, ये सब थोड़ा देखते रहिए. देन यू विल गेट एन वेरी गुड आइडिया रिगार्डिंग प्रीलिम्स एंड न्यू ट्रेंड्स इन प्रीलिम्स. ओके. प्रीलिम स्ट्रेटजी मिस्टेक्स टू अवॉइड ड्यूरिंग प्रिपरेशन. तो प्रीलिम्स डोंट टेक इट प्रीलिम्स लाइटली, बिकॉज प्रीलिम्स is the what entry barrier you will face in UPSC. Prelims थोड़ा seriously मानिए. And also be good in your prelims. If you are good in your prelims you can clear the entry in all the exams. For instance UPSC फॉरेस्ट सर्विस तो आप लिख सकते हैं। देन यू कैन राइट CAPF ऑल्सो इफ यू हैव गुड कमांड ओवर प्रीलिम्स। आप PSC भी निकाल सकते हैं, स्टेट PSC। तो आपका प्रीलिम्स अच्छा होना चाहिए। सेकंड एस्पेक्ट अवॉइड करना है तो स्टार्ट आंसर राइटिंग अर्ली। तो मैंने एक गलती किया है कि थोड़ा सा मेरा दो अटेम्प्ट में प्रीलिम्स नहीं हुआ था, तो इसलिए मैं आंसर राइटिंग ज़्यादा नहीं किया। आई फोकस मोर ऑन प्रीलिम्स इन माय थर्ड अटेम्प्ट। सेकंड टू थर्ड अटेम्प्ट में थोड़ा ज़्यादा ही मैंने प्रीलिम्स के लिए फोकस किया, विच yielded me results, बट आंसर राइटिंग लिटिल बिट गॉट नेग्लेक्टेड, ऐसे राइटिंग एंड आंसर राइटिंग। तो थोड़ा सा आप पहले वो आंसर राइटिंग भी शुरू कर दीजिए, मतलब स्टार्टिंग ऑफ योर प्रिपरेशन में ही, then you will not face any difficulties. Uh, uh, Tell us about time schedule for 2024. 2024 के लिए लास्ट 4-5 महीने आप निकाल दीजिए प्रीलिम्स के लिए। बाद नाउ यू फोकस मोर ऑन आंसर राइटिंग एंड essay राइटिंग, दैट्स द बेस्ट शेड्यूल आई थिंक। टाइम मैनेजमेंट का प्रॉब्लम, यस आई even every aspirant faces these time management problems, especially if you are on a job, or if you have some other commitment। तो उसके लिए आप थोड़ा स्मार्ट होना पड़ता है। व्हेन यू गेट द फ्री टाइम आप देख लीजिए, मतलब यू हैव टू स्टडी इन योर फ्री टाइम इटसेल्फ, एंड एटलीस्ट ट्राई टू गिव 6 hours फॉर UPSC। तो in your fresh mind, so even I didn't study for long hours, I used to study for 8 to 9 hours only, but थोड़ा सा मैं whenever during lunch break, during other free time, I used to listen to the Rajya Sabha videos, or if I'm traveling, if I can't read, then that time also I used to listen to Rajya Sabha videos or any informative material which is there on the YouTube. So इस तरह आप थोड़ा सा टाइम निकाल लीजिए। आपका जो कुछ भी आपका नॉन प्रोडक्टिव टाइम है वो थोड़ा प्रोडक्टिव बनाने के लिए कोशिश कीजिए। तो देन यू विल फाइंड सम मोर टाइम, 1 or 2 hours एक्स्ट्रा। वो 4 hour तो आप अभी भी निकालते होंगे, बट फाइंड सम टाइम, एक्स्ट्रा टाइम while you are having lunch or having traveling etc., to keep you motivated, keep you have sufficient time for both exam and your own life. ऑप्शनल कौन सा लेना है? आई थिंक इट्स अबाउट इंटरेस्ट एंड बैकग्राउंड। तो अभी क्या है, बैकग्राउंड आपका इंजीनियरिंग में है तो पीपल प्रीफर इंजीनियरिंग ऑप्शनल और मैथ्स ऑप्शनल। फॉर इंस्टेंस मैकेनिकल इंजीनियरिंग इज देयर इन इंजीनियरिंग, मैकेनिकल, सिविल एंड इलेक्ट्रिकल, देन यू हैव मैथ्स। तो यूजुअली इंजीनियर्स प्रीफर दिस टाइप ऑफ ऑप्शनल्स। आपका बेसिक साइंस में आपका है तो people usually prefer physics, chemistry, or these things. So if anything else is not there, then usually take literature or sociology or PSIR। तो आपका इंटरेस्ट है, आपका बैकग्राउंड ठीक है, आपका मैथ्स में कमांड है, आपका इंजीनियरिंग में कमांड है, तो आप ये लीजिए। नहीं तो आपका इंटरेस्ट पॉलिटिकल साइंस में, सोशियोलॉजी में है, तो यू कैन चूज दैट एस्पेक्ट्स आल्सो। So I suggest, if you have good background on engineering subjects and good hold on it, and take that optional because it saves lot of time। आप नया सब्जेक्ट्स आप शुरू करेंगे तो आपका बेसिक्स में ज़्यादा टाइम ये हो जाएगा, तो देन योर प्रिपरेशन विल बिकम स्लो। मोटिवेटेड कैसे रहे? इट्स वेरी डिफिकल्ट क्वेश्चन टू आंसर, क्योंकि मोटिवेशन आपको अंदर से होना चाहिए। यू हैव टू डू इट, सेल्फ मोटिवेटेड होना चाहिए प्रिपरेशन में। बिकॉज मोटिवेशन बाहर से नहीं आ सकता. तो just think about yourself, what you want to achieve in life, what is your motive, आप क्यों आए हैं यूपीएससी में, क्या है, क्या आप कमिटमेंट कर सकते हैं, कैन यू कमिटेड फॉर, कैन यू कमिटेड बी कमिटेड इन योर प्रिपरेशन, बी what you say, self driven in your preparation. That aspects you have to keep thinking each and every day. तो आपका वो मोटिवेशन अंदर से आ जाएगा, एंड यू कीप योर सेल्फ ऑक्यूपाइड इन अबाउट स्टडीज एंड अबाउट प्रिपरेशन. देन आपको you can easily be motivated, keep yourself motivated. Yes, I do accept that when you don't clear some step, or when you uh, could not achieve the required goals, then you become demotivated at that point of time. But uh, you should not get disheartened, you should hold your ground. UPSC is all about holding your ground. तो आप डिसहार्टन हो जाए, आप प्रिपरेशन स्लो करें, देन इट विल नॉट बी गुड फॉर यू. सो आप you trust yourself, believe in yourself, and be grateful to parents, and believe in God. Sorry for the disturbance, that there was some minor issue with the electricity. Time manage between another question I'm getting, time manage between optionals and GS. Yes, optional is little bit more important, as because optional you have to study very thoroughly. You have to be a master in your optionals. So if you're in the starting phase of your preparation, I would suggest you finish off your optional first, whatever the optional which you have you wanted to, or you have chosen. Then you come to GS. तो टाइम मैनेजमेंट ऐसा है कि एटलीस्ट 35% should be your optionals, and rest it should. Film smart set English optional. Art and culture, I have told you, art and culture, yes, I would suggest only spectrum. Yes, other Tamil Nadu textbook, or Tamil NCERTs, or Sri Rama's textbook. I have already explained. Coaching institution, I think coaching is not that necessary, but when we were the reality is different. So coaching is not necessary nowadays, but you should be knowing what to read, what not to read, what is the syllabus, how to read all those things. For that, I suggest you have some mentor or something. So, for instance, since you have someone who has appeared for civils, cleared, maybe cleared, or has got good marks in GS, something like that. If you have someone like him, someone who has got grip of the things in civils, then he can guide you thoroughly. So I suggest you always, because otherwise it will be a trial and error thing. So you'll be reading something, and if it doesn't work out, you will be reading again another thing. So if you have a mentor who knows what to read and how to read, then directly he can suggest you, and you can save attempts if you have a good mentor. Trial and error will cost you some more attempts. That's what I mean to tell. Yes, for some aspects, like history, like I think environment and geography, I would suggest you diversify your books. Yeah, it's like, yes, yes. Okay. I would mentorship. Geography I mentioned because it's little bit thorough also. Give one reading. See what sources, what aspects which are asked in UPSC from that book in the previous year question papers. So focus on only on that aspects rather than studying everything in GCLU. So that's fine. अभी से आंसर राइटिंग कर दे क्या? Yes, better answer. As sooner you start will be a better answer writing. So if you have time for prelims, then you have take off 5 months for prelims, then rest rest of the time you focus on answer writing. That's my suggestion. So which is better, IFOS or IFS? What want to work on? के लिए कोई स्ट्रैटेजी बताइए कॉलेज के साथ में सके. Okay, beginners, I would suggest you go through newspapers like Express or Hindu, and keep in touch with current affairs. That's it. Once you start your preparation 100% full throttle, then you will pick up everything else. Yes, for answer writing कैसे start करें? Better you answer writing के लिए stick on to some institute. For instance, I give some essay topics every weekend on Sundays, and they also give some basis uh, with respect to current affairs and news articles. So start from that. Start from essay. I would suggest, not directly going into GS answer writing. Start from essay. Student of Wajiram and Ravi, how to handle health during my preparation. I think health, you have to take care of your health, keep yourself fit, uh, take care of yourself, like don't eat and take care of that. सर अगर प्रिपरेशन स्टार्ट किए जाए तो सिलेक्शन हो सकता है. Definitely I would suggest start the preparation, be focused on your preparation, then definitely you can clear the exam. I'm a beginner, how to start NCERTs, and you start with the sources which I have prescribed in this session for prelims, and then you can start with answer writing, essay writing. For that, actually, most of the affairs, most of the GS and all, it covers same. The sources are almost same, except for GS4, which is ethics. So ethics, you have to refer if you, one more book. Even I'm not sure which book you should refer, because I have I am from Indian Forest Service, so GS4 I am not studied it actually. I have studied rest of the things, geography, polity, economics, all the same, except that you have the exam, the mains. Basic syllabus is same. Keep daily notes or monthly magazine current affairs. So there are two aspects to it. One, current affairs like Hindu and editorials of Express, etc. You can't rely on the monthly magazine. For prelims, for that, I would say monthly magazine, it's not required. You just go through compilation, yearly compilation. That's enough. Monthly magazine is little bit hectic, so it doesn't give that much benefit also. But yearly magazine is sufficient. Daily notes, that's enough. I almost answered all the questions. So I would little bit talk about Indian Forest Service mains now, and we can end the session after that. So this Forest Service mains is little bit different than civil service mains. So it has two optionals. Both only science based, only those who have science background can apply for Indian Forest Service. So the optional should be science based only. Culture and engineering subjects similar to our GS paper in civils, and optional paper and English paper. English paper is they'll check basic your understanding in English. So it will comprise small essay and letter writing skills and grammar skills. So it's not that difficult. Also, you can do it in 2-3 days if you have good understanding. You have optional two papers, so four optionals plus one GS and plus one English. So this is forest service optional mains. So after that, there will be one interview for forest service. So these are basic things. If you have any doubts regarding mains, you can ask. I would be happy to answer your doubts. If no doubts, then I would end the session here. Yes, I think there are no more questions now. I would like to end the session, and I would like to thank UPSC Times for giving me to share this opportunity, share my journey as UPSC aspirants. Thank you.